I shouldn't even have to say this, but ladies, if a guy you're interested in, or like, I don't know, you guys are talking on a dating app or something, please don't do that. But if you are talking on a dating app, or you're just talking to somebody, and they invite you over to their house, God forbid if it's the first date, but even like the second, third, or fourth, or fifth, I would say like the first 5 dates need to be them putting in work. If they're inviting you over to their house to watch a movie, or to like cook dinner at their house or your house, they're broke and not worth your time. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Just don't waste your time, because that is just being cheap. Okay? It's not cute. That is broke boy energy.
A lot of these women today, for whatever reason, and I think I know the reason why, is because a lot of these OnlyFans chicks have made a lot of money, is because we've changed the culture to where you got fly out culture and everything is so easily acceptable, aside from the fact that you have a lot of these IG pictures that's leading y'all to believe that people are doing better than they really are. And people are financing a lot of stuff and they blowing a lot of bags, and it's not necessarily translating into the best thing that's for people in the culture, and nobody cares about love anymore. But the fact of the matter is that people spend more time focusing, or women, let me revise that. Women have been spending more focus and time on what you are supposed to be doing for them, instead of whether or not they are valuable enough, or they qualify, or whether or not they even like the person that they're around. And so now you have a lot of these women that are jumping online saying that men are getting broke boy energy if you don't take them out 5 times. And I've seen a lot of women that even ask for money or say that you're supposed to pay for her groceries in order to even be able to get with her. I was always of the impression that she was doing too much. If you decided to buy a drink for a chick that ultimately is just there to get drinks, and she not even buying a drink for herself because she just don't qualify to be in your presence, I say that y'all keep doing what y'all doing. The only reason that they're getting upset is because a lot of them are not getting what they want. And so they get disgusted and they start to have these conversations online like that's supposed to prove something to you. And the only people that's going to fall for that trick is the simps. Simps fall for tricks from tricks. Simps fall from tricks from tricks. Straight up. And so if she like you, there are no rules. If she don't necessarily care, but she want to give you a chance, then she gonna put a barrier to entry, and that's when you got to start spending money. And let me be clear, it's nothing wrong with spending money to enjoy your life. But if you're leading with money, and I said this on after,
Women are complaining that men don't care anymore. But dear women, do you care about these men you're complaining about? Guys, it's getting worse, especially for single women. Our Gen Zs and millennials, listen to this.
I said this on After Hours. If you're leading with money in order to get it because you couldn't get it without it, and that's what she makes you qualify for, then that's a bigger problem. That is a much, much bigger problem than anything that these women are saying. Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself and listen to your conscience. Listen to Uncle Anton. Question for men in New York City. Why is no one making the effort to offer their seat to a woman? I have been appalled lately getting on the subway and seeing a number of elderly women, pregnant women, women with children, women that are obviously struggling to carry a lot of things, and no man offers their seat for them. I was on my way home from work yesterday and there was a row full of men, right? This woman walks onto the train. She has her work bag, a garment bag, and her hands are full of other bags. So one of these men gets off at the next stop and there's this other girl that's standing right next to her. She's just carrying her work bag. Before she sits down, she makes the effort to say to the girl, hey, do you want to sit down? You have a ton of stuff. It's like, no, it's fine. We are surrounded by men. None of them look at her. None of them flinch. It was disturbing to me. And I don't understand if it's that men simply just don't care, but it's etiquette. As a man, you should offer your seat to a woman, especially someone that you know is struggling or is definitely older. Sorry if it seems like I'm being a man hater.
Sorry if it seems like I'm being a man hater. Now, leading with money? No. You can't. What happens when the money runs out? Then what? You stop leading? That is a no-no. And said also bags. Guys, I have never seen anyone who has shopping bags especially from designer shops that get any help on public transport. Please comment below. Let us know. Share. Love is sharing. Let us know if you've ever seen any woman or man with designer bags, let's say 10 or 5 or 6 on public transport, that someone ever got up for them and said, oh, here is a seat. Here's a seat. You sit with your shopping. Prada, you name it. Whichever, I've never seen anything like that. Also, adding to this, because I'm thinking, really? Has the world changed this much? Am I too old school? It's all men and women around the world, wherever we are coming from. We are brought up to be courteous, respectful, considerate in manner, and respectful for everyone that's older than us. For example, if I was on the train or tube or bus and saw someone older or pregnant getting on in the same area where I'm sitting, I wouldn't remain seated. I'll get up and offer my seat. I will only continue to be seated if they refused to sit down and take my seat, which sometimes happens. So, whoa, dear women, stop complaining. Stop complaining about men, because we are surrounded, lots of men out there around the world. They're so good. They're so loving. They're respectful. They're polite. You name it. But as soon as they come across any woman who is not good and nice and loving, of course they're bound to change. So dear men, please don't change. Remain as you are. You are born to lead us, and we need leaders. Our young boys, our sons, young sons need role models. We need you guys. Please don't change. Continue to be amazing as you are. Now, that's not all. Guys, this one moved me as well. Listen, this lady met this gentleman outside on the street and asked him a question. Listen to her video.
I was at the skate park the other day just looking for a laugh, so I asked this guy who was about 4 feet away what it was like to be a man. And he looked me dead in the eye and said, well, I don't have an oval menstruation. And I looked back and said, neither do I. And then he proceeded to tell me all about his current stressors, his living situation or lack thereof, his job situation or lack thereof, his family dynamics, and legal issues that he was currently working through. All without asking me a single question or for any input. I quickly realized that he mistook my presence for permission, and he was not looking for genuine connection, but a place to emotionally land. Although I initiated the conversation, I stuck around for way too long, and it was necessary for me to emotionally cleanse after that interaction. So let me ask you, the next time you are giving your time and attention to someone who is not seeking genuine connection, but is using you for emotional safety, how will you respond?
Maybe I'm not understanding. My God. Guys, how do you respond? Emotional safety, how do you respond? With love. And what this young lady, oh bless her, she's so beautiful. Bless her. Oh, she asked what we call an opened question. That's why this lovely gentleman, she asked this question too, went on and on and on until he has, just had everything off his chest. He was being open. I call that openness. Shared all his stress, the job stress, the family, which is absolutely fine. But the way this young lady took it, I'm thinking, why did you even bother to ask him in the first place if you didn't want him to?
There are so many men out here who would love to have a woman and receive her love and give it in return. The issue is that so many men have been done wrong by women in the past. They just cannot stand the thought of feeling that type of hurt and pain again.
I like this one.
Men experience pain differently than a woman. Men already be on the fence of letting a woman get in and get too close. And when they finally let her in and she do him wrong, it makes him feel stupid. Like, dang, how did I let this happen? To the fellas, I want you to know that it's okay to let go. You can meet the love of your life.
Yeah, I think we'll pass on that one. We appreciate the message though, sis, because you were absolutely right about that one. Men basically did check out here in the States because a lot of women over here got this entitlement problem, but don't want to give anything in return. It might be some love out there for us, but most dudes ain't trying to take that chance.
He ain't lying.
The problem is in this life, when we are going through situations, challenges, we sometimes forget to ask the other person how they are doing. How are you? No, we go on and on and on about, but no more challenges. No more challenges. Also, I think the way she's going on about how this young, lovely gentleman shared his stresses and whether it was connection or, of course, it can't be a connection immediately like that. But everything starts off as an attachment. There is always a start, a beginning to everything. Attachment, which becomes a connection, a true connection.
Hey girl, I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but that man does not care about me, you, or her. He doesn't care about any woman in the South that's gonna kick the bucket or having access to abortion or having access to reproductive health care. That man is voting for Kamala because he's voting for himself. That man is voting to make sure that he can continue to raw dog you and not have any consequences. That man is voting to make sure that he has no attachment to you and he will not be tied to you. That man is voting for self-preservation. He's not voting for women around him, because if women actually mattered and if you actually cared about your reproductive health, you would have one of two things going on. Either A, you would have a ring on your finger and you wouldn't have a baby in your womb. And I know you're going to say that not everyone believes in marriage and that marriage is just a paper. Marriage is a social construct. Marriage is a government contract. Marriage means that you have access to his health care if he cared about your body. Marriage means that you have access to his pension, his bank account, his houses. That's what you would have. Yeah, if that man cared about your body. And if he didn't, right? Let's say that you don't have the ring, then B, that man would have a vasectomy. If that man actually cared, if he put your rights before his, if he was like, women matter, we don't want children, I don't want to expose my woman to anything that could be horrific or devastating, and we're 100% serious, I'm going to get a vasectomy. A vasectomy is reversible. Yeah, the effects of birth control are not. The hormonal imbalances, the suicidal idealization that comes after you take birth control, that not including the excruciating pain that women go through when they get an IUD with no local anesthetic at that, because allegedly the women we don't have nerves in our cervix, right? Then why is it so painful? Men, if that man really cared about your body, if he cared about your health, then he wouldn't be having you go get a shot that's causing brain tumors. He wouldn't be having you go get an implant in your arm, a foreign thing in your body. If that man was really like, hey, you know what? You matter to me. I care about your rights. He wouldn't be voting for Kamala. He would be getting a vasectomy. So I'm just going to hold your hand when I say that before you guys go and idealize all these men and you guys want to put them on a pedestal and give them a God complex because they're voting for Kamala. Babe, that man only thought about himself when he clicked that box and he sent that ballot in. All as he said is, hey, I want to make sure that I am not tied to this woman or any other woman. I want to be able to raw dog anything and be tied to nothing. Send. Yeah. Wake up.
When she gonna start making videos about men and what men ain't doing right? All her videos is to down talk women and to bash women. No. If you think for 1 second that my videos are to down talk and bash women, then that lets me know that you still got a ways to go. I have no desire to make videos talking about what a man isn't doing right. You know why? Because I don't care. We are not men. That is something that y'all got to get through your heads. Y'all want to keep trying to compare and contrast and put us up against men like, well, if he can do it, we can do it. No, we cannot. This is not our game to play. If a man is not doing right by you, why can't you just have enough strength and enough power to move on gracefully? Why do you feel like you got to use your body as a lick back? Why do you feel like, well, I'm going to go fuck his friend. I'm going to go fuck his cousin. I'm going to make him feel how he made me feel. He don't care. Men do not look at sex the way women look at sex. Men look at sex as sports, something to do. They don't care. So you're going to wear your body down trying to get all your lick backs. Wear your body down, trying to make yourself a product to be sold because you feel like you don't want to lose in the game when all you got to do is just hold yourself tight and wait for that right man to come find you. All you got to do is just stand on your core values as a woman and your standards, and the right man will find you. But y'all out here playing a game with the not niggas, and all it's doing is making y'all look like not women. How you gonna find a man that's of value when you out here devaluing yourself to try to play get back with men that you claim ain't shit? Just let the men that ain't shit not be shit. That should not make you a not shit woman. There is nothing a man can do on this earth to make me be like, you know what? Fuck all these. I'm about to go fuck who I want, do what I want, sell my body, get this, get that, do this, do that. What? No. Y'all have to understand this is not our game to play. You can play like that if you want to. And when you finally decide to sit down and rest your thoughts as a mature, grown woman, you are going to be so disappointed at the way you played this game. The best way to play a game with these men is to simply move on gracefully. That's it. That's the only way to win. But
So, my intake on this is that both this young lady or you ladies that are complaining about our lovely men, and I think you are struggling or lack what I call or what we call as love protectors, true self-love. Because when a person doesn't truly love themselves, they don't care, love, or value others. And without true self-love, guess what? Care becomes conditional, shallow, and selfish. But where there is true self-love, where a man or woman love themselves truly, like myself and like some of you guys, when we meet each other, when we connect with each other in love, especially men, similar to my husband, all my sons out there, you guys, I see you. I hear you guys. You are so amazing that most of the time you can't help it, but you honor us, you protect us women, and you also uplift us and every woman around you. And we thank you for this. Wow, wow, wow. But this only happens to men who truly and utterly love themselves through self-love. Because when they've discovered that, they have to love themselves, and love starts with them. And love lives within them. And love always cares. Wow. Being around any man is a blessing. So my ladies, dear young women, stop complaining about men. If you do, remember, it's not all men.
men are only loyal to men. They're not going to be loyal to a woman. They don't care to, they don't want to. And if they are loyal to a woman, it's their mother. And that's if she's a good one. Because if she's not, she's in the same bunch as the rest of the women. He would not be loyal to her as well.
See, that's why it doesn't make no sense for you to prove your worth, prove anything, prove that you are loyal to it. Doesn't matter, because he would not be loyal to you. Sure, he may take care of you, do things for you and stuff like that. He's supposed to if he's in your life. But at the end of the day, if you go to him and tell him about how other men are and all that stuff, he's not going to listen to you because he's a man himself. So why would he, agree with something that he is? That man not going to tell you why he approached you in the first place. He's not going to tell you why other men will, approach a woman for real, what they really want. Not going to tell you that. See, that's why there's no point of you trying to debate and all that. Because all men, it's a universal thing. They all agree. When they are approaching you, they're not genuine. When they are approaching you, it's because they really want to fuck you. Not because they really want to get to know you. So that same man that you are in love with and all that stuff, he's not going to tell you for real, why he approached you in the first place. Sure, he may love you now, but he don't know shit about you. He didn't know nothing about you in the beginning. He didn't care to. He wanted to know what was down there. When can he get some? That's it. And you just happen to be the girl later on. It's the truth, but these men would never tell you that because they're loyal to each other. They all know, well, if we are going to deal with these women, we have to act a certain way to get them. They all know this.
It's not all men. And I pray that you find the one who loves themselves and truly love you as you are. Because love is God. And everything in life is about love. And God is love. So stop complaining. Maybe it's time you change.
Oh, hey, fun fact. Delusion is one hell of a drug. Let's see why.
Men don't care about your personality. They don't care about your dreams, your goals, what you want to achieve in life, your likes, your dislikes. Men do not care about you as a person. They care about what you can offer them. They care about if there's something in it for them. That's why men usually don't do things unless they're going to get something out of it.
Oh, okay. So men don't care about our personalities. They don't care about anything unless it really just benefits them. But women are out here saying, I don't want to deal with a man that's not a provider. I don't want to deal with a man that basically cowers down to everything that I want, everything that I say that needs to be done. Yeah, I mean, the list goes on and on. But if all that is true, Miss, I want to look like a Kardashian, so I got my whole face done. Just like a lot of these other women out here, they all look the same. But if all that is true, ma'am, then what about this?
Let's do the math. Now you said the first one was because men got confused. Nails. Yep. Nails. That's $250. Yep. $250 to $275. I didn't pay the low end. $250. And the hair is what, $4? Hair. We're taking the low end. Yeah, take low end. Let's say $700 for the wig. Okay. $500 for the wig. It depends. Let's do $500 for the wig. Okay. $300 for the install. What? That's different. Yes. That does not come with the wig. Okay. These hairstylists want their money for the install. What else is a part of self-care day? Oh, beauty supplies. That's a store run by itself that costs about at least $300 for beauty supplies. When you go to the beauty supply store, every woman spends in between $200 to $300 at the beauty store. Everything's high. Taking the low end, going to $200. Okay. Whew, it's getting up there. What else? Restock. Restock what? Restock. Women go and do restocks on their self-care days. Restock whatever you need. Deodorant, perfumes. So that's what, like $50? No. Deodorants, perfumes, feminine care, all that stuff. That's gonna run you about $200.
Wait, so we'll flirt with you at the grocery store, but not offer to pay for your groceries? Get the out of my face! I beg your pardon.
Yeah, like I said, delusion is one hell of a drug. It's just funny to me how a lot of these women talk out of both sides of their mouth. Which one is it? Do men not want you for who you are? Or do you not want men for who they are? Because clearly the evidence shows a lot of women, especially on social media, you guys just want a man's wallet. That's all you want. And you don't even want a nice guy. Nice guy's too boring for you. Yeah, that's pathetic. But welcome to 2024.
Men with money don't care about spending their money on women they want to entertain. There are men out here that will spend thousands and thousands of dollars on women just because they like the feeling of it, just because they love seeing a woman happy. They love seeing a woman's face light up when they're gifted with money or gifts or treats or whatever it is. Men that don't have any money are the only ones complaining, and those will be the ones in this video in the comment section complaining about what I said. We don't like gold diggers. You have no gold. You have no house. The simple fact is that women can simply exist and men will pay for them. And most times, and before you say it, because I know you will, you little bitter minions, you're going to say, well, she's got to give something to get something. Wrong. Maybe in some situations, but not many. If you want to be spoiled by a wealthy man, stop dating broke men.
I'm so tired of every time I get on this damn app, somebody crusty ass son is on this app bashing women, talking about women, telling us what's wrong with us, why we ain't worth nothing, why we can't get a man, why we ain't got a man, and a billion other things. I just want to say this. Nobody is worried about y'all crusty ass, okay? The real men that's really out here taking care of their family, got wives, got jobs, got careers. It's not sitting on the app talking about women all day. I'm sorry. So you already lost the argument, because what the is you doing sitting on the app all day any goddamn way? The real men that's out there actually doing hard labor work, the lawyers, the attorneys, the contractors, the construction workers, they at work working for their family. At the same time, y'all on an app bashing goddamn women. The real men not worried about no app. The real men not out here trying to bash women. They too busy throughout their day taking care of their family and business. The last thing a real man is worried about is getting on the goddamn app, a whole app to sit and talk about women all day. They worried about, okay, did I do enough hours today? Okay, do I have enough money to feed my family? Okay, I got enough money to feed my family. Let me go home and talk to my wife about our vacation. Let me see what I'm gonna bring home for the kids today. Should I get them some gifts? They going to the store after work. They trying to please their families. They trying to get to the money on. They not worried about no goddamn app. And that's what I'm saying about these guys on these apps. Y'all don't have nothing going on. Where is your wives? Where is your woman? Y'all never put y'all women and wives on these videos to vouch and say, yeah, I'm a husband, so I can talk about women. I know women. Y'all don't even got no goddamn women. You barely got real jobs. Hairline receding, lips crusty, you're not moisturized, you look unkept like you could barely take care of your damn self, but you got something to say about a whole woman. Y'all dudes is not the prize y'all think y'all is. Y'all not winning like y'all think y'all are. I don't know what gave y'all the audacity to feel like y'all can get on these apps and talk about women all day. You're not the prize. Because if you were, you would be too busy taking care of your wife, logged off of this app and taking care of real business in real life. If you was that guy. I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear it. You get no cool points with me. And every time women like us make videos like this, y'all want to bash our looks. Oh, but look at your hair. But it don't matter. You can talk about me like a doll, but it's not going to take away from the fact that you not that nigga. Y'all don't be that guy. I'm sorry. Find a new topic. Leave women alone. How about you go get a woman that actually likes your ass? So at least some of the stuff that you got to say is just a little bit valid. In my eyes, you guys are double losers. Losers. That's all I see. Losers. Every time I swipe, loser. Bye. Oh yeah, and if y'all got a wife or a girlfriend, they probably can't even stand your ass. This is why you're using all the time to get on social media, because she don't even want to talk to you. Clock it. Bye.
Start loving, but starts with you. Because it has to start with someone. It has to be done by someone. So let that someone be you, my sister. Stop complaining. Stop complaining and enjoy life with love.